Gentlemen, ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku was a metaverse deal maker or dealers. So it's basically so Zuko in this What If is way more powerful than a normal person. So he was born with powers of infinity and zero and a metaverse. So, but or should I say, his soul is infused with the entire metaverse. Yeah. So he's using his his body to basically, to make deals with alternate versions of himself or anyone. Plus, there is no rules for him. And I will go over some of the new characters that I added into this What If a little bit later. So, yeah. And I am adding Zumi into this What If. So, yeah. So let's begin. And Zuko and Zumi been born. And Zuko was basically, so at age of 3, the Ochako loves him. And yeah, she still does. As in this What If, she didn't care if he was quirkless or quirked stuff. So then, at age 4, the Zuko ends up, Zuko and Zumi went to the quirk doctor, and the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she can become a pro hero, and then when he looks over at Zuko and tells him that he's quirkless and he can't become a hero, as he says, okay. Because he's quirkless, so he can't more anything. So, a couple days later, age of 5 years old, Ochako does, her heart, she still loves him, but she told Bakugo to, let's pull a prank on our friend. Okay? As Bakugo's okay, what kind of prank? And, well, they makes him feel jealous. That would probably break his heart, right? Yeah. So, yeah, that's one day. So then after that, Ochako ends up pretending to, so at age of 5, so that's on one hand. But on the other, his parents did abandon him. And he can't. he can't talk to his sister or his own family because they might do a sort like the warrant on his arrest. So Zuko leaves. So, yeah. He walks away, not even talking to them. And not Mirio, Asashi is confused about that. He never. So then, when he was walking away, he did get grabbed by. And no, it's not a villain. But he actually got grabbed by a spiked person. Pulls him into the abandoned warehouse. And guess who it was? This build up for his first person that ever met. Hold on. Doomsday Zuko. Yeah. Oh no. So, yeah. Let's say this version of Zuko. But in his world, or some guys did a what if Deku was Doomsday one shot, basically. And you might find his video in the description, so just click on it and yeah. So, but at the end of the story, Doomsday Zuko, who was now not enraged anymore because his quirk, or actually he was in control now, but because of how he saw, or when he saw everybody around him was dead in his universe because of him, but he remembers there's a person that would help him restore the world back to the way it was. So he created a machine and he goes into the into this storylines universe. So Zuko, whom wasn't actually terrified. He was more of a, who the heck are you? As Zuko says. Call me Doomsday Zuko. I'm an alternate version of you. But I need your help. Can you reset my world? Sure I can. And bonus, I will also change your quirk to have more like you were born with it. Yeah. So Zuko ends up agreeing, and he created a portal he teleports to Doomsday's world, and Zuko wasn't terrified, but deep down he was, of seeing so many dead bodies. But he didn't feel it because he knows who it was. So Doomsday Zuko's like, ready? Yep. Just give me, as he pulls, or as he like uses his powers, as he shoots a beam down home onto the earth. And because his powers is to rewind time, or so he resets the world back to the way it was before. And Zuko and Doomsday Zuko so Doomsday Zuko says thank you. And as Zuko basically says, there's one thing. As he did reset the Doomsday Zuko back to his prime. Like, he reversed the damage. So now, this is what he looks like now. Back to human. And he did take away the evolution quirk. Right? And gave him like a quirk that symbolizes his like immortality version, like similar to the evolution quirk, but not as dangerous. So, yeah. And he did not bring back the All for One and the Quirk Doctor because the Doomsday Zuko told him that the Quirk Doctor and Doomsday, or no, Quirk Doctor and All for One used him as experiment to do all that stuff. So, yeah. So yeah. Zuko was pretty powerful. So he went back to his world. Home. As he did set up a table. And plus, he also exchanged. He did need money to live off of. So he basically had $10,000 because Doomsday Zuko, whom during his time, like off screen thing, he ended up stole all the money. So $10,000. And so he also told him the no killing anybody. That's a helpful tip, don't worry. And I might need you for the important battle. Okay? Okay. So, are you in? Yeah. So then so, Doomsday Universe, or should I say Doomsday Zuko's universe, was all healed back up because of the how much pain, sorrow that he went through. So now, you know, yeah. So, because his soul was connected to everybody, so everybody, he sees him as the deal maker, multiverse deal maker. So when he got back to his world, he went out into a bank and he didn't like rob the bank like the Doomsday Zaku did in his universe. He just gave it all to the bank, and he had, yeah. So everybody's like, dang. So his first, so he was at age of 5 when he, and that's his first ever did that. So he'd been doing the, and since like from age of 5 to 15. And he's not making any worlds collide into each other. It's just it was the opposite. And the effect. He's actually helping them heal better. So, yeah, so he went through a lot of, like, he had, during the 10 years of his life, he has over, way over than, like, he had infinity amount of, yeah. Because he basically has so much money that even richest people couldn't even talk to him. He could own the entire universe. Oh wait, he is the entire universe. He is the entire metaverse. So, yeah. So he owns a suit and tie. And he's the, yeah. He's not breaking any laws. It's just yeah. So all for one. And everybody's like, how is this kid getting so much money out of thin air? Probably. Yeah, but something tells me that either he's working under drug dealers or anything. As yeah. And he also meets Mountain Zuku, and Mountain Zuku is one of the old what if things. But I'm not talking about that. This is a different alternate timeline where, yeah. So now let's continue this what if. So he basically he has so much money that even he doesn't even talk to his own parents. The he has yeah. So yeah, and make sure to check the machine, yeah. So a time skip to about Zuko. Or so he does go to a quirkless school. No. And he ends up basically everybody's like, oh my goodness. As everyone had that love look in their eyes. Here. What I mean by that is here. That arm. That have love in their eyes. Oh, wait. Okay. So everybody is like that. They keep staring at Zuko because he's like higher than any normal person. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Everybody was falling in love with him. But he doesn't show it. Yeah. You should be a pro hero. I'm quirkless, so. But how are you? Yeah. But I'm not powerless. Because in this world, no one knew that Zuko is a metaverse deal maker, so yeah. He made a lot of deals with lying and alternate versions of himself. And I heard that, Randy. So yeah. Sorry. So now with a time skip to, let's say, All Might to All for One. All Might versus All for One. As the, yeah, Zuko ends up, basically, the, and if you're hearing someone in the background or someone else in the background, they're just waking up. So yeah. So now let's begin with, or let's continue this what if. So Zuko was basically or so all for, or so All Might was down, but not out, and All for One was about to shoot or was shooting a laser, and the yeah. So Zuko ends up basically puts his hand up in the front, and yeah. Hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Zuko ends up, or so Zuko shows up out of nowhere in a fancy suit, as he did block the attack with just one hand, and so he blocks it with one hand, or he actually absorbs it, as he says, "Huh, am I late to the party or something?" And All for One looks over, or looks at Zuko and says, "You must be the deal maker. Or metaverse deal maker." The yeah, and you are just a person that steals quirks for actually no benefits for it. As All for One's like, take that. Before he said before, or like he says before, or no, before he said, take that back, as a blade struck him down, like cuts off his head, cut off his arms and legs, and yeah. Good job, Bladed Zuko. Thanks, Hing. It took me a long time to, as he puts his blade on top of his shoulders, it took me a long time to get to here. So it was an honor. Huh. As everybody's confused, of like what's, as he says, "Huh. You want me to help you with fixing something?" Yeah. Or actually, can I say here? Because as he's walks up and he whispers about what's going on with his universe thing. So he's a new character. So Zuko in a different timeline was like similar to what the same Zuko as we know and love from canon. But Bladed Zuko, had a power that, or he had a quirk, and he had everything, but his girlfriend cheated on him, and for Bakugo's love. Like, basically, Ochako was having affairs with Bakugo, Zuku's friend / rival. And so the villains told him about it. And that, yeah. So then Zuku, who's Blade, or so in that universe, he says because when he heard that plus rumors were true, and Zuku was as like, because he was so angry that he had this sword that could, or the sword chose him when he was just a toddler. So he had it for a long time. And when he smacks the ground, it exploded shockwave of his blade touching the ground. Basically, everyone around him just instantly dies. Yeah, so he was, because how angry he was, he made a promise to himself that he would never talk to any girls or anyone else. Oh. Yeah. So, but then when Zuku came along, the metaverse deal maker, or multiverse maker, or deal maker, agrees with Zuku. So Bladed Zuku, that's what his name is, Bladed Zuku, went to Dealmaker's universe. It took him a while, but he got to there. He did chop up All for One, and he's the only one that can talk to Zuku, like his alternate version. So then he says, "What's up, Bladed Zuku?" Oh, as everybody's like, "Wait, Bladed Zuku?" And who met Bladed Zuku, or to go with him, was the Hulk Zuku. Basically, I'm saying Hulk Zuku. Here, hold on. Let me show you what Hulk Zuku looks like. This. So, oh yeah. This version of Zuku went with a Bladed Zuku. And yeah, they both makes the deals with the metaverse Zuku, his physical body, because he is the entire metaverse, so he can't hear what other people are hearing, or would rather say. So he's busy a lot through this what if. So Yeah. So because he can never age, he can never die. And he's also the yeah. So he is the only one that can. So when Bakugo, or so, yeah. So the next day after that, Zuko was in the abandoned warehouse, actually in a limit, or the he opened his own business. Yeah, yeah, and it was called Metaverse Deal Makers. So he can, yeah. So Zuko ends up. He was busy a lot. He basically, the bladed Zuko and a Hulk Zuko were like, they tells them that what their problem was with in that universe, and as Zuko had no surprises, so he ends up he fixes their world in their own favor, and stuff like that happens a lot. As everybody, or so Todoroki, so Class 1A, except for Zumi, because she did tell them that I can't go to name Metaverse deal makers. Why? Are you grounded or something? No. It's because of the my brother is quirkless, and my parents forbids me from talking to him. So then, yeah. So the remaining Class 1A goes to UA, or no, goes to their, and they had to wait in a super long line. It was so long that even the as Bakugo or as Todoroki looks over and he sees a guy's head on fire. Here, this version, your head's on fire, by the way. Are you supposed to be a skeleton? I'm a Ghost Rider Zuko. Nice to meet you. So then the 1x1, 2x2, yeah. Zuko, who was basically had the entire like deal makers. So he's just like he made so much money and also made like even the one of the characters from Ravenclaw, what if? Says Red Lantern Zuko's own mother ends up she basically ends up being, tells the metaverse deal maker to, like, I, I know that she, as she wants someone else to talk to about her problems. And Zuko, who the deal maker, says, sure. Her thing. and and she's an alternate version of Inko, so yeah. The yeah. She basically tells him what's going on with her life as she felt like it's falling apart because of what she did. As the villains, or as Zuko says, well, you're because of Zuko's rage, and as he says, he's probably disappointed in you. But deep down, very deep, like just a sliver of like of his regret and his love. He still loves you no matter what. So yeah. so so he basically was yeah. So then Zuko teleports to the Red Lantern's Zuko's universe, where Red Lantern Zuko was upset with, as Zuko tells him that the I know you're corrupted, but the sorry. As he says, I know that you're corrupted, Zuko, but you have to forgive your mother about. As the Red Lantern Zuko says, no. Oh, he knows what she done. Really. I know that whom, like deep down, very deep down inside your body, I mean, you still love your mother. As Zuko looks away, or as Red Lantern Zuko looks away, as it doesn't, or he knew that he was defeated by, yeah. So then yeah, your mother came to, like, talk to me about it. So, as the I know you're upset about, um, or she also knows that you're upset at her for her what she has done to you. But the him you have the rights to do it. But deep down you love her. Right? As he can't believe that he will admit, yeah, It's just it's my. If I was born with some other quirk, none of this would have happened to me. Yeah. And so, so Zuko, the Red Lantern, Zuko, was more interested to rebuilding the relationship with his own mother. So, and if you guys, I'll put their like playlist, like the Red Lantern's playlist link in the description, also with like some of the ones that I will choose from. So, yeah. Now, so when Todoroki heard, as let's say Bakugo knew that Inko had green hair, green eyes, but when he saw her, like alternate form, he did take a picture of her. The Yeah. So he basically was. So now it was class 1A. He never. So they all asked him, how. And all of them, except for Zumi, because Zumi wasn't there. They all like wondering how he's doing that. As he says, well, let me show you around. It's not very much on this world. It's like therapy to rebuild relationships of alternate versions. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that when I was age of 5, as he says, my very first deal made was with a like the his name is also Doomsday Zuko. You already met the Ghost Rider Zuko. And the Bladed Zuko is a very fascinating person. He's my executioner. He's basically he can. So his job is now, because he has no world to go to. Basically, so Ochako wonders what has happened into that world. As she asks, well, there was this little argument between him and his alternate version of you. They both are so. The alternate version of you, Ochako, had some affairs with Kosuke Bakugo. Like you cheated on Zuko. And when she heard When Bakugo heard, so what happened? Well, he got angry and he created his own sword made out of the Zuku metal. And Zuku metal in this What If is a like legendary type of metal, like mystery type. And where it's like the Infinity Sword, but it can, yeah, the strongest material in the world in the metaverse. So when he told them all about the story about like what he did with, as everybody was shocked, as they can't believe that Bladed Zuko destroyed the entire world. Oh, because of his heart urn was destroyed. So now Zuko says that's enough about my clients. Basically the deal makers. So what's up with rest of you? Well, we're here or so to visit your new thing. It looks small on the inside and big on the outside, but it's actually reversed to make you believe that it was. As he opened the doorway to the control room, this is a between dimension door. And I'm not. As he opens the door and allows everybody to look inside, like they looked through, and they see a giant size version of, or they actually walked in, and they all walked in, and they see a giant size brain with a Zuku curled up in a ball in the middle of it. And everybody, yeah, as he says, all of our existence, as he says, all of our existence is inside the my brain. Sorry, had to yawn real quick. So yeah, so inside my or inside or so Zucker says, all of your existence, all your quirks that you've been given, wasn't actually from out of nowhere. It's from my brain. Or from. This is the soul of the universe, Zuko. I'm the one. So, think about me as a puppet. Nothing. And. So, yeah. As everyone can't believe that the Zuko is the most powerfulest person in the world. So then when So his own he was born without a soul in his physical body because his soul was actually the entire metaverse. So his physical body is to allow people to see him personally. So, yeah. So, yeah. Zuko made a lot of deals, like with every alternate version of himself or his alternate versions of their families. Yeah. And Zombie Deku and the rest of them, like, agree with each term because they know some of them. So, yeah. Zuko, whom, when they got back to their world, oh, they. So, what's. As they can't believe, or let's say Todoroki says, so all of our existence is in your body? Inside your own soul? Yes. The. All of you are a part of me, and I'm part of all of you. Think about Think about example is that we're all a one and the same person. Every personality of you all are connected to me. Wow. So you're saying that all of us are created from you? As even Mr. Zawa was like, basically, he can't believe that yeah, and he looks over and tells Mr. Zawa, I know that it strains your quirk or strains your eyes when you have the you use your quirk on like the certain opponents. So Zuko walks up, puts his hand on Mr. Zawa's chest, and he fixes that problem like it was nothing. And everybody's like, so you're wait, as everybody's trying to process how powerful are you, Zuko? As he asks, or as they all ask him, the you've seen my real self, that human, or the guy that rolled up into a ball inside of that human brain, or into the brain, was actually my physical body. I'm just a thing about him as a or think about me as a stand-in. So now without that stuff goes on, Zuko. So then Class 1A went back to UA, and they told Zumi all about it. About like, your brother doesn't need a quirk. You know why? As she's wondering why. Your brother is the entire metaverse. He is the entire metaverse, universe, everything. As Zuko says, as the yeah, as all for one, or as Zumi can't believe it. And here, and did you know your mom's hair color is blue in the alternate timeline? This is the alternate timeline version of your mother. Send that picture to me. And so then Inko, or so Zumi, let's say end of school, she goes back to her house. As she walks right past her mother, as she can't believe that her own brother was already powerful enough. And you know what's funny about you know why he's born quirkless? First of all, because his quirk is everyone's quirk. Basically, everyone shares his quirk. Todoroki gets the ice and fire quirk. Everybody from the entire universe had his parts of his quirk. So it was a lot of power to, like, yeah. So when Inko and Shashi walks up to Zumi and says, "What's wrong?" Well, my classmates went to that new, like, business. Like, you know how my brother, or should I say Zuko, because he can't, or they can't use, or Zumi can't not be in, or can't not use, or brother, because yeah. So she says Zuko, whom is the most powerful kid in the entire universe. That bladed kid that cuts up all for one, yeah, that was Zuko, an alternate version. And when his classmates, or my classmates, told me that reason why he was born quirkless is because actually he had so much power that his quirk was spread around the entire world. So all of us has a part of him inside our bodies. I mean, wait, so you're saying that name, and he's also, or the reason why our existence to him is like, all of us are part of him. As they're like, and he's not even joking, as they said. if that's true, he must have, and Azumi shows his. So when she showed Zuko, or no, when she showed her parents what his or what the Zuko's real body and soul was, they just like dropped to the floor as they can't believe that their own son was the most powerful person in the world. So, but they remember that if they see him, then the court thing. Yeah. So, yeah. How long has this video been? Let's see. Yeah. So, Zuko ends up, or so the next day, Zumi asks, let's say Ochako, to go to the business to tell Zuko that he is, they would not, or actually, if he goes and visits with them, that they would not like have the all that stuff. Really, Randy? Yeah. So yeah, Zuko is tough. So Chaco, after school, she goes to the business, and the business went and on. So Ochako asks Zuko that he won, or so. Sorry for the mess up part. That was my bad, because yeah. So hold on. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Ochako told Zuko that so she does meet Bladed Zuko before and Bladed Zuko ignored her as Ochako walks up, and so she does, like, after she tells Zuko that about her, or about Inko and Ashashi wants him back to, and he won't like be that stuff. So yeah. So then before she left, she walks up to the Bladed Zuko and tells him that on her behalf of the alternate version of her apologizes, but she's still she was actually still in love with him. It's just yeah. And so Ochako kissed the Bladed Zuko's cheek, and she basically, so his face becomes all blushed, as he can't believe. So yeah. So then, yeah, so Zuko shows up at home, or at Midoriya, and they So Inko and Isashi tells him that name, that they're sorry, and yeah, they want him back home and all that stuff. So yeah, and Ochako does get married at the end of this what if. So and now peace out, Hub Scouts, and have a good night or day, depending on the time zones. It was supposed to be longer than 2 hours, but I don't feel like it.